Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'd like to invite you to pack your bag, grab your passport and join us on a trip to Brussels, Belgium. And stick around to the end of the video, we'll take you to one of the strangest tourist stops you'll ever see. But now let's begin our visit at the center of Brussels at the Grand Place. We arrived on a very rainy day in May, but we did not let that stop our adventures. The Grand Place originally served as the main city market for Brussels. Construction on the buildings that make up the Grand Place began in the 11th century AD. Unfortunately, the Grand Place, along with most of Brussels, was heavily damaged or destroyed in August of 1695. The city was bombarded by an invading French army in part of what was called the 9 Years' War. After the war, the buildings were quickly rebuilt, giving the square its current appearance. The most prominent building is the Brussels Town Hall. Nowadays, the Grand Place is the most important tourist destination in Brussels and is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As this is the major tourist destination in Brussels, many of the buildings in and around the square contain restaurants, bars, bakeries, and coffee houses. Also near to the Grand Place are dozens, if not hundreds, of chocolate stores. If you love chocolate, virtually any kind imaginable is available in Brussels. Of course, Belgium is world famous for chocolate and waffles. After indulging in a little chocolate and waffle dessert, perhaps you might feel the need to walk off some of those calories. The Cathedral of St. Michael and St. Gudula is only a few blocks away. Construction was completed on this church in 1519. It now serves as the National Church of Belgium. This church is the host site for state funerals, royal weddings, and other official ceremonies. Much of the stained glass in the church is original from the 1500s. Only about a 15-minute walk from the cathedral is the Royal Palace of Belgium. This location does not serve as the royal residence, however. This palace is strictly used for royal functions and administrative work. And here's a picture of what it looked like before the scaffolding went up. And in case you didn't know, this is King Philippe, King of the Belgians. One way to feel like royalty, even if you're not, is to get a great deal on a flight. Our affiliate sponsor, Fairdrop.com, can help you with that. Fairdrop.com searches the internet every day and sends you great deals on flights from airports that you select. We purchased our flight for this trip through Fairdrop.com. Here are a couple of screenshots for flights that are on the app at the time of making this video. Here's a round-trip flight from Oklahoma City to Barcelona, Spain for $481. Here's a flight from Dallas to Philadelphia for as little as $130. So click the link in the description below. If you sign up using our link, we do get a small commission to help support the channel. But now let's get back to Brussels, Belgium. I found this statue to be particularly interesting, mostly because we had been to Jerusalem last year. The statue is of Godfrey of Bouillon, who was from Belgium. Godfrey fought in the First Crusade. After the Crusaders successfully took Jerusalem, he was named the King of Jerusalem. Godfrey is buried at the Church of the Holy Sepulcher in Jerusalem, and his sword hangs on the wall. I will leave a link in the description below for the video we did on the Church of the Holy Sepulcher. And much like many other cities in Europe, you walk a few blocks and here's another beautiful 500-year-old church. The Church of Our Blessed Lady of the Sublime was originally patronized by the nobility and wealthier citizens of Brussels. By the 1870s, the church had fallen into very bad disrepair. A several-phase project that took place over 40 years returned it to its former glory. Across the street is the square of Petit Sablon. The Petit Sablon Square was created in 1890 and dedicated to the memory of Counts Egmont and Horns, who were executed because of their resistance to the Spanish invasion. The garden is surrounded by 48 statues. These statues depict medieval professions such as stonemasons. This little garden is a great place to stop and rest for a few minutes before you continue your explorations. This building, the Palace of Justice, was the largest building on the planet at the time of its construction in the late 1800s. The building has been under renovation since 1984, and as you can see, progress has been very slow. To me, this Ferris wheel directly in front of the Palace of Justice and directly adjacent to a war memorial is just a little out of place. However out of place the Ferris wheel feels here, it does offer some great views of the city. Although we did not have time for a visit during this trip, the Atomium is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Europe. The structure was originally built for the 1958 World's Fair and was intended to only last the 6 months of the fair. However, the structure continues to be so popular with visitors, the city has maintained it for over 60 years. And now we have that very strange attraction that I promised you at the beginning of the video. And here it is, the little 21-inch or 55-centimeter statue known as Mannequin Piss. Mannequin Piss is Dutch for Little Pissing Man. And yes, its original purpose was to distribute drinking water. The little guy has over 1,000 costumes that are placed on him for festivals and other occasions. The little statue has become a virtual symbol of the city of Brussels. The souvenir shops of Brussels are stuffed full of little examples you can take home and place proudly in your home. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below on what you think of the little Mannequin Piss statue. This video will be the first of several of our latest trip through Europe. Check out some of the other videos from our other adventures, and we'll see you next time.